Japan has one of the lowest rates of childhood anxiety in the world. Japanese children are consistently among the calmest and most disciplined on the planet. Not because they are different, not because life is easier, but because Japanese parents follow a set of principles, passed down through generations, that Western parents have never been taught. Simple, logical, effective. In the next few minutes, everything you think you know about raising calm children is about to change. Have you ever noticed that Japanese children seem calm? Not perfect, not robotic, just calm. While kids in the West are melting down in supermarkets and fighting bedtime every night, Japanese children sit through long dinners, follow routines without resistance, and rarely throw the kind of tantrums Western parents dread. So what are Japanese parents doing differently? The answer might surprise you. Let's be honest. Tantrums are exhausting. You're standing in the cereal aisle, your child is on the floor screaming, strangers are staring, and you have no idea what triggered it. You've tried everything, reasoning, bribing, ignoring, timeouts. Nothing works consistently. And the worst part? You start to wonder if you're doing something wrong. You're not doing something wrong. You just haven't been shown a different way. Japanese parents have been using these principles for generations, and the results speak for themselves. The first principle is called Amae. It's a Japanese word that means the comfort of depending on someone you completely trust. In Western parenting, independence is pushed early, self-soothing, sleeping alone, figuring things out by themselves. But Japanese mothers take a different approach. They allow their child to lean on them fully in the early years. The child feels safe. The child feels seen. And a child who feels truly secure has no reason to act out. The second principle is about public misbehavior, and it's the opposite of what most Western parents do. In Japan, a mother never shames her child in public. The moment a child gets upset, she quietly takes them aside, kneels down, speaks calmly and privately, then returns. No yelling, no threats, no humiliation, because shame doesn't teach behavior. It just teaches a child to fear their parent. Calm private correction teaches the child that emotions are handled, not punished. The third principle is routine. Japanese family life runs on ritual. Same wake-up time, same meals, same bedtime every single night. For a child's brain, predictability is everything. Anxiety lives in uncertainty. But when every hour follows a familiar rhythm, there's nothing to fight against. Japanese parents don't negotiate bedtime, because bedtime was never a negotiation. The fourth principle: teach your child to name their feelings. In Japan, emotional literacy begins at age 2. When a child is upset, the Japanese mother doesn't say stop crying. She says, you feel frustrated right now. That's okay. She names it. She validates it. Because tantrums are almost always a communication problem. A child who can say I feel angry doesn't need to throw themselves on the floor to express it. Language replaces the meltdown. The fifth principle: Japanese parents model calm. Every single day. Children are not born knowing how to regulate their emotions. They learn it by watching the adults around them. If you raise your voice, your child learns to raise their voice. But if your child watches you breathe through difficulty, pause before responding, sit quietly when stressed, they absorb that too. The lesson isn't taught with words. It's taught by example. The sixth principle comes from Japanese schools. In Western classrooms, bad behavior gets the individual punished, isolated, sent out alone. In Japan, it's completely different. When a child misbehaves, the teacher doesn't isolate them. Instead, she asks the whole group, how did that make your friends feel? The child self-corrects because they care about the group, not because they fear punishment. A child who behaves out of fear misbehaves the moment no one is watching. A child who behaves because they care carries that with them everywhere. The seventh principle is one Western life has almost completely abandoned: daily time in nature. In Japan, there's a concept called Shinrin-yoku, forest bathing. Japanese children go outdoors every single day, rain or shine. Nature lowers stress hormones. It regulates the nervous system. A child who runs, climbs, and breathes fresh air gets the reset their body was designed to receive. Overstimulated children have meltdowns. Nature-regulated children don't. The eighth principle: food. In Japan, there is no such thing as a separate kids menu. Children eat exactly what adults eat, from the very beginning. Miso soup, grilled fish, rice, vegetables. No negotiations. No alternatives. Japanese parents introduce a wide variety of flavors early, and children simply learn to eat what is served. When a child grows up eating real food with the family, mealtimes become bonding moments instead of battlegrounds. The ninth principle, responsibility. In Japanese schools, children clean their own classrooms every single day. No janitors. No adults. Just children taking ownership of their space. At home, Japanese children carry their own bags, tidy their rooms, and help prepare meals from a young age. A child who contributes to their environment feels capable. And a child who feels capable doesn't need to act out to feel powerful. The 10th principle, screen time. Japanese parents are extremely mindful about screens in early childhood. Young children are encouraged to play with wooden toys, draw, read, and spend time outdoors instead. The result is a child whose attention span is never hijacked by endless dopamine loops. A child who can sit quietly, focus deeply, and entertain themselves is a child who rarely melts down out of boredom or overstimulation. The 11th principle, gratitude. Before every single meal, Japanese families say "Itade kamasu." It roughly translates as "I humbly receive." It is a moment of pause, a moment of appreciation for the food, for the people who prepared it, for the farmers who grew it. Japanese children grow up understanding that nothing is owed and everything is a gift. A grateful child is a content child, and a content child has very little reason to tantrum. The 12th principle, the Genkan. In every Japanese home, there is an entrance area where shoes are always removed before stepping inside. This is not just about keeping floors clean. It teaches children something much deeper, that there is a difference between the outside world and the home. That home is a sacred space worthy of respect. A child who learns to pause at the door, remove their shoes, and transition mindfully into the home is a child who understands boundaries, order, and respect from the very beginning. 12 simple principles passed down through generations of Japanese families. Not complicated theories, just simple daily habits that create calm, confident, and happy children. Pick just one principle. Start tomorrow. Small changes done consistently create remarkable children. If this video gave you something valuable today, subscribe and share it with a parent who needs to hear it. We will see you in the next one.